What's going on, people? I was approving some comments on my Fearless 2005 channel, and one comment kind of caught my attention. I approved it, but when I tried to find the video to get the whole of the question, I couldn't find it. Okay, so I'm gonna make a quick video on what little bit I did read. Okay. But before I get started, I want you guys to click on the link on the bottom and check out my t-shirts, sweatshirts for men and for women. So click on that link for Teesprings and check out the items, the t-shirt items that I have, and little sayings that I say in my videos. I put them on t-shirts, and I think you guys might like them. Okay, but you see the title of the video: Why Black Men Date Obese White Women. I used to always wonder that myself, because you see black men and they would be married to, or they'd be dating a black woman. They have children with the black woman, a beautiful black woman, an intelligent black woman, but they will end up cheating on her for a white woman. And not just a quality white woman. And when I say quality, I'm not saying that to put down any other white female that is obese or overweight, because there are some classy obese women, black and white. But they would leave a beautiful black woman and their children to be with an obese white woman. And the majority of the white women that they choose to be with, outside of being obese, she also appears to be a trailer trash type of white female. It's the type of white female that myself personally would not date. I mean, I'm not attracted to overweight women anyway. And no disrespect to women that's overweight or obese or more to love, or whatever you refer to yourself as. But the question was, why do they date obese white women? You would think that if he choose to date a white woman, he would choose someone that's attractive, sexy, intelligent, or maybe even have the same level of substance, or maybe a little more than he does. Just like if a white woman date a black man, she would not want a bum, you would think. She would not want a criminal or a thug. She'd want a black man that shares the same type of intelligence that she do. Someone that has a goal in life and that's motivated, and someone that, of course, that would treat her nice. But why do black men date obese white women? Now, I wrote down a few reasons why I think black men would date obese white women. My first on the list would be preference. Maybe that's just his preference. There are guys that are not attracted to thin women. They love overweight women. They love the more to love. They love the big women, whether a big black woman or a big white woman, but they love overweight women. Again, that's not my taste in women, but it's what they prefer. So maybe he have a preference of dating overweight white women. Number 2 on my list is desperation. Maybe he's desperate. Maybe that's the only type of woman that he think he's able to get. And maybe he's desperate because his own women don't want him. Even the overweight black women don't want him, because we see on Facebook and Instagram where you have black females that's sloppy overweight, that looks disgusting to me, and they're half naked is how they present themselves. And you find that too, there's a lot of black females that's aggressive, that's violent, and maybe the obese white woman, and this is not saying that white women are better than black women, because you have some ghetto white women out there too, all right? And in many cases, the ghetto white women hang around black females, all right? And that's where they get that from. But maybe he finds peace with the overweight white woman, the obese white woman, okay? So it could be a thing of him being desperate, and that's all he feel that he can get, okay? Because we living in times now where you have guys, man, that's so desperate, lustful, and animalistic to the point where they're messing with animals. They're messing with children because for whatever reason, they're not able to find a woman. With all these women out here that would have no problem laying down with them, or if they get too desperate, they can pay for it, and maybe they don't have the money to pay for it. But maybe it's out of desperation, because he struggles to find quality women, okay? And this is no disrespect to obese white women, and this is not saying that you're not quality. I'm just saying that could be his reason for dating obese white women. Number 3 or number 2.5, I'm going to say 2.A. Maybe it's the fact that she has low self-esteem, and now he's feeding or taking advantage of her low self-esteem. So he's with her because of the fact that she's got low self-esteem, and she don't mind supporting him. She don't mind giving him money. She don't mind buying him material possessions. She don't mind allowing him to drive her car or live in her house and eat her food and suck up her heat. So he's a bum. All right? So he's taking advantage of her weakness. Okay? Number 3, taking advantage of her low self-esteem. Okay? Number 3, using her for money and material possession, but then that falls back with the low self-esteem. All right? Because it's like she's buying him. He's the hoe. So she's like hiring him for his time, be it sexually or because of the fact that he makes her feel wanted. He makes her feel beautiful, right? So she don't mind supporting him, and she knows in many cases these females, whether they black or white, know when they're being used. They know that this man makes them feel wanted. They know that this man makes them feel good about themselves. He tells them that they are sexy, even to the point of giving them children, right? So because of the fact that that's his bread and butter, she's his bread and butter, he stays there even if he gives her children. And he will be there and somewhat take care of those kids. I'm not going to say he's going to go out and get, and you have some dudes that they become motivated to go out and find a job and do the best that he feel he can do to support those kids. But he would love her. He would end up loving her because of the fact that she is his bread and butter. You know, and he's got low self-esteem. So you have two people with potential low self-esteem feeding off of each other. So it's like hand in glove. You know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So they're helpers of one another because they both have low self-esteem. They both have something that each other wants. She wants his attention. He makes her feel good about herself. And she gives him in return. She supports him. Where you have a lot of black women won't do that. And you have a lot of white women that won't do that. Okay? So I think it's more of an individual thing, but I see there's more black men that will date obese white women, but you don't find too many white men that would date obese black women. They get a much higher quality of black women, okay? And you have black women that seek out white dudes that have something. And even when it comes to black women seeking out white dudes, I see black females with, they look nice, but the dude looks like real scrubby and old and nasty looking, but he's got money, right? He may put her up in a nice house. She may end up driving a nice car. So I think when it comes to swirling on both sides, I guess on an individual basis, everybody's got their reason for why they choose to love the person that they claim to love. And is it really love? Or is it just out of convenience? Okay? So why do black men date obese white women? Preference, desperation for white females, low self-esteem, him having low self-esteem, and him taking advantage of her low self-esteem. Or just using her for money and material possessions. So I hope that answered that person's question if he happens to come across this video. I tried to find that video that he commented on to get the full of his question, but I couldn't find it. So I took what I did see, and now you have this video here. So feedback, tell me what you think, subscribe. Click on the link on the bottom and check out my t-shirts and hoodies. And also, if it's in your heart to do, click on the PayPal link and donate to this channel. And I just want to shout out to the person that donated to the Patreon. Okay, the Patreon is still there. If you guys want to support me on Patreon, feel free to do so. The link should be on the bottom. Until next time, I'm fearless.